enormity of the West.
I wonder what that was.
Oh, probably just a little rock slide.
For some reason, this place gives me the creeps. It always has.